Hi everyone, welcome to your Gemini reading for October. So we're going to do charms to see where the focus of conversation is for the month, cards to help elaborate the messaging for you. Excuse me. If you just want to jump right into the messages, I timestamp below, so you can go ahead and join us there. I apologize for the coughing, just coming off my cold here. Okay. Let's get into the charm. So we'll see what they want to focus in on. What do we want to talk about with Gemini? There's some movement over here. Oop. Looks like they want my big one on there. A little bit heavier of a charm. Maybe something's weighing on you heavily. Could be that significance as well. Doesn't seem to be any movement over here, so I guess we're done here. So we'll just do a little cleanup. See what they want, don't want. So they want to keep this here. Okay, so we've got a bit of a straight row here. I don't know if some of you Geminis are like this. You like a very organized or very geometric linear pattern. It's the first time that's actually happened, I think, ever. That's pretty amazing. Maybe that's what's going to happen to you. Maybe, you know, something that happens once in a blue moon, or something that rarely ever happens, because we have my superstitious charm here. So, in a small network, you know, maybe you're a lucky 1%. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, let's see what the messages are. I'm probably going to move the bowl since we're charm heavy on this side. We'll see how the cards want to come out and which ones, how they want to be associated here. And we've got this one here. Let's come out. Actually, we might be okay. So we'll just leave the bowl. Just get it out of the way a little bit. Okay. Geminis. What is going on? I'm going to start here where I was drawn to in the intro. This is a pretty weighted, pretty thick, heavier charm, these two actually. So we've got two of the heavier charms for my bowl. So things, they just made me go pluralize. So you've got two different situations here weighing heavily on you. One is, this charm is a little bit superstitious. And in the intro, I was leaning in towards, like in your favor though, like being part of a lucky 1%, you know, a happening, an occurrence that only comes around or is very rare to see. There's something like that seems to be I was going to suggest that maybe you're feeling hopeful, like wishing for this, but I don't think you're wishing for this. I feel like this kind of serendipitous, lucky moment is going to strike as they pull me into the sort of the electric shock feel of the charm as well. So it's on you're never too old to start over. So I feel like there's maybe you don't expect the opportunity to have a fresh start, but you're going to be given that. Could also be a start that benefits you, but it's out of your control. So an example of that is loss of job. doesn't feel good, can be shocking, but it actually benefits you. There's you get released from your current job, and then the very next day, an opportunity lands on your plate that if you were in the current job, you wouldn't have been able to accept, or you never even would have thought of it. So it's that kind of thing. So I feel like there's a bit of a shock to the system, but it ends up being for the better. And this is something that's weighing on you. So if I go to the work scenario, this is you already wondering, already kind of feeling the energy of like, should I quit? So instead of receiving the shock of being let go, do you take the control, right? Opportunity here. So there's something weighing on you, and there's going to be a sudden change to that situation. So it could be a relationship scenario, work scenario, could be a health scenario, sudden change. But again, I feel like it's meant to push you forward in a better direction, something better for you, get you out of something that is not serving you. So you've reached the point where now the universe needs to shock you out of it. Oh, see, take note of intuitive messages. I just said you're feeling it. You know change is on the horizon here. So flow with the change, move the change, influence the change, be in control of the change instead of getting shocked by it. But again, it's the moon, so it's this is a dream come true. This is a better place. You will end up in a better place. You will end up in a better relationship. You will end up in a better job, right? You will end up with better balance, if that's what it is. But it's also a full moon, so we've got a blue moon, once in a blue moon, kind of that saying, right? A full moon, good luck, good favor, superstition as well with the full moon here. Okay. So it's also weighing on you, kind of next door here, something that you're wrestling with, a fear, and it's related to family, but this would be younger generations to you. So wrestling with a fear of what you're able to leave the next generation, if that's on your mind, if this is career related, because they had me associated it somewhat to the weight of this. So there could be concerns that you won't be around, you won't be able to accomplish, prepare. There's some fear and anxiety here that you kind of wrestle with as it relates to your family, the generations behind you, those you're caring for, even. Could just be who you're caring for if you have a dependent, right, an aging parent or someone. Yeah, look at you caring for them. This is my nursing card, offering the nutrition and all the bounty, right? She kind of controls, rations, the tree of abundance to make sure everybody has what they need and enough. They're not without. So you're feeling burdened with this. Maybe you're the patriarch role, and she's healing, because this is also my nurse. So if that's what this is, because I mentioned health up here. So if you're, or even job loss, right? If you're healing yourself from financial loss or physical ailments, and at the same time you're concerned with caretaking of the family, being the one that's nurturing, being the one that's caring. So like you're healing while caring for others. So I can see why that's kind of weighing on you here, why it's kind of wrestling with you, why that might be worrisome, right? If I'm without a job for too long, is this going to dry up, right? If I don't heal faster, am I still going to be able to do this? But I don't feel like there's needs to be as concerned or anxious about this, because you're sitting quite confidently here amongst the force of abundance, the tree of life. This positivity is pulling me back to this. You're going to be part of that 1%. You're in the lucky group. You're in the fortunate group, right? Lightning's going to strike. Okay. What to explore next? What should you explore next? And we have this group. This is a small group. This is a niche group, a tight collective. So this would be seek out an interest-based social group. This would be seek out a different team to work with, or a specific team to work with. Surround yourself with very specific individuals. Tap into just your best friends and your closest family network for support. So that's what that's saying. So explore next this tighter association, this tighter, very specific group of people. For what reason? So it says balance family time in your calendar. We have endless opportunities, limitless possibilities of what you can do, where you can go next. So maybe this group will help you focus, will give you the support you need to focus on, one route at a time, one thing at a time. Help you decide even, right? If you have all these opportunities presented in front of you, going to help you decide. So you've got this tight, trusted network that they're encouraging you to connect into, to help you balance, to help you figure things out, to help you take care of things. Okay. Yeah, look at the support, right? Look at them. We're back to that kitty cat, back to our magical, superstitious black cat. So there's your 1%. You've got your angels at your back. You've got your close network at your back, right? They're handing you what you need. It's almost like, you can almost hear like ER talk on those shows, where you're the magic here, right? You're the steward, and you're saying like scalpel. You're like magic wand. Okay, now I need my book of spells, right? And they're just providing, right? Don't forget that you have a strong network here supporting and ready to provide what you need, but you're very much the one that's sitting with all the magic. You are definitely gifted in terms of being able to manipulate, your future here, right? I want to manipulate that. The magic of the moon. I'm going to manipulate so that I land on my 4 feet, right? The 9 lives, even the superstition, everything's coming back. You can start it again. You have the ability to restart if that's what's happening. Again, I'm kind of being pulled back to health, job loss, a fresh start, end of a relationship. There's this moving up the beautiful progression here, right? Walking away from the fears, healing, and being very serendipitous and lucky, connecting in with a really close, supportive, right group for you. Could even be a new home of people, right? Could be all new people that bring you balance and push you forward and support you with all these limitless possibilities and opportunities, right? Whatever you need, they're going to help you change your destiny here. Once in a blue moon, you have the opportunity to rewrite your history, change your fate. What are you going to do?